Okay guys, I think that this old Daco belt that I bought is the problem of the squeak that I'm having. I follow a guy on YouTube, his name's Chris Fix. He talked about the Daco belts as well. I had a hard time finding the Goodyear Gator back, and I found that Continental Tire had bought Goodyear, and they got the belt, and they call it a Continental Elite. And it's the same as the Gator backs I used to use all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this, just because I'd rather have the better belt. And I'm tired of the little squeak I get every now and then. Get my 1/2 inch drive breaker bar here, like that. She's loose. I'm actually taking the belt off from the alternator because they got plenty of room with this tensioner. Boom. It's loose. And it decided to rain. Luckily we have the hood to protect us from the rain. Somewhat. Alright. You always want to note how your belt runs and how to run it back in. And I have figured out the best way is by undoing the alternator first. Well, taking the belt off the alternator pulley first. And once you accomplish that, it'll give you slack after you get it all around the water pump and the power steering. You can just run that belt down in there like that. Reach over here around your AC compressor. Get it loose like so. And just pull it back through to the top. You got to make sure it doesn't twist on you, otherwise it gives you problems like it's giving me right now. But boom. Get this whole thing out of here. It's not even that old, really. It's like maybe a month old. Yeah. I got rid of all the other noises thanks to the new belt tensioner and idler pulley. Because I had a bearing noise, not once but twice. So there's that. It goes to figure I'd start to do this, it would decide it's going to rain out of nowhere after having a fantastic, wonderful day. But I'm already in it now, so I ain't stopping. I really need a garage though, that's for sure. Alright. Got the new belt out of the box. Funny. I'll show you the box here in a minute. It says Continental, but right on the belt it says Goodyear Gator back. Imagine that. After what I just told you. I did research and found out. And the funny part of it is all the parts stores around here, they don't even carry this belt. It was like once the Goodyear name took off, they quit carrying the belt. Now, I ain't very intelligent when it comes to the auto parts industry, but I'm going to tell you right now, they had to have known that Continental Tire had taken over that belt. I think what it is now is these belts work so good, the parts stores don't want to carry them because they have a hard time selling belts. I know, because my mother used to be over the road in a cargo van delivering freight, expediting, and I used to change her belts out a lot, and then I changed over to the Goodyear Gatorback, and we'd get like 120, sometimes 150,000 miles before having to change the belt again. And even then, the belt was still okay. It just started wearing out, as in a sense that around where the ribs are, as you can see, it eventually wears out over time, especially under high strain whenever you're trying to pass cars. But yeah, we had a lot of mileage and a lot of good luck with these belts, and I am now happy I found out that they still make the belt, it's just under a different name. Alright, so what you see me do there while I was talking was I slipped the belt through in between the idler and the tensioner. To make this easier on yourself, you guys could unbolt your tensioner, get it out of the way. Working on a Ford F150, by the way, 5.4 liter. It's all the same crap, really. But honestly though, it's actually worth the effort just to squeeze the belt through there. Anyway, what you really need to do when you're routing this belt is, once you get it through like there, you want to take the belt and start running it down to the crank pulley first, because that's got the harmonic balancer into it also, and it's quite hard to get the belt around it whenever you have tension on all the other pulleys. So the unfortunate fight of a brand new belt. It still has the folds and stuff where it's been in the sleeve, but I have changed so many belts over the years. I've learned to just have a little patience. Sometimes talking to it will work, unless of course you have somebody walk by, then they think you're nuts. I do that a lot. Anyhow, now I did that, you want to get it over the water pump pulley. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I just don't have that third hand to move the camera. But yeah, just manipulate the belt. I have a funny feeling one of these ladies is going to bother the shit out of me. Can't leave a man alone while he's working, right? Oh, goodness. Oh, you're being so stubborn. Should have seen how tight they had it compacted. I ordered this belt actually off of eBay. There's a car parts company that started selling them on eBay, and that's how I started finding out all the truth behind the belt. But whatever, if I have to continue shopping eBay for my belts, I will do so. Buy me a cheapie to get me by if I am really in a bind, but I usually take pretty good care of my vehicles, so I ain't worried about that. Alright, now I got that around the water pump and also the power steering. I gotta straighten the water pump one out there. I'm gonna hold on to my belt, just double check, make sure everything's there. Get the old trusty breaker bar again. They actually make a tool for doing this, but I try my best not to have to buy a whole lot of special tools. So there it is. It is in. Alright, so I gotta undo my little contraption for the camera. But anyhow, there's the box. It says Continental, and it's called the Elite. The part number you're looking at, this is actually for a 2001 Ford F-150 with the 5.4 liter V8. I've also looked ahead of time for you guys. It will work for the 4.6 liter. It works for a variety of different Ford engines. So there you go. Do your research. If you want to figure out what belt goes onto your ride, just look up Continental. And hopefully you can find a place other than eBay to get that belt. And as you could see, it says Goodyear. I think you guys could see that, I don't know. But yeah, belt's in that fast. Alright guys, have a good one.